The Western Wall in the Old City of Jerusalem is the most important place of pilgrimage and prayer for the Jewish people. This limestone wall is a remnant of Herod's second temple, which was destroyed by the Romans in the year 70 A.D. The wall measures 1,600 feet in length, but only about 230 feet are visible above ground. The remaining wall was hidden when King Herod raised the landscape surrounding the temple, following his massive reconstruction of the Second Temple in 20 BC. This 1:50 scale model of Jerusalem, as it might have appeared in 66 AD, shows clearly how Herod's Second Temple dominated the city. In the first century, Jerusalem was at its peak, covering an area of about 445 acres. As a conquered province of the mighty Roman Empire, its Jewish citizens were taxed heavily for tribute to Rome and to pay for massive building projects undertaken by Herod the Great. The long fortified walls and towers give mute testimony to Jerusalem's bloody struggles. This ancient city was captured and recaptured 44 times, besieged 23 times, and utterly destroyed twice. Prayer activity here is fervent. Devout Jews believe they were singled out for a special role in the redemption of the world. According to tradition, the foundation stone, set at the peak of Mount Moriah above the western wall, is where the binding of Isaac took place, and because Abraham answered God's call to found a new nation, he became the first Hebrew, the first of a chosen people. Over the millennia, Jews believed that their law derived solely from God, not from sages or mortal kings. This firm belief allowed them to maintain their identity as a nation apart. This body of law was called the Torah, which means instruction. Over the centuries, Judaism has acquired a distinctively intellectual quality. It is little wonder Jews are called people of the book. Judaism is firmly grounded in the commandment to make the study of the Torah a lifelong endeavor. Through 3,000 years of their existence, in the face of terrible odds and adversity, they have contributed to civilization out of all proportion to their numbers. 1/3 of Western civilization bears the mark of its Jewish ancestry. During their diaspora, God had given the Jewish people the assurance of a new and blessed era, when all ruined cities will be rebuilt. Throughout their long exile, they always prayed, next year in a rebuilt Jerusalem. The Western Wall has been a beacon of yearning for Jerusalem. It is a place of somber remembrance and celebration. A separate part of the wall is set aside for female worshippers. They are not allowed to mingle with men at the holiest place of Judaism. Many thousands of prayers in all languages are crammed into the many crevices of the limestone wall. Twice a year the papers are buried reverentially on the Mount of Olives. It is believed that all prayers pass through the wall straight to God. At sunset on Friday, thousands of Jews gather to welcome the Sabbath day. Shabbat at the Western Wall is a mystical and joyous event. The tradition of Friday night prayer service has been recited by Jews all over the world for centuries. The Western Wall is a powerful symbol of the redemption of the Jewish people who have been able to return to Jerusalem to practice their faith in their ancestral homeland.